Mr. White makes a difference because he is always making sure everyone is included.
He's up here every day encouraging, inspiring.
He genuinely cares about his students and their success.
He gets to know each one of his students and what they need and want in their future, and he makes sure that he can do everything in his power to make that happen for them.
He's always there. He's that one guy that you could talk to and trust. No matter what, he's always there.
Mr. White should be the Arizona Teacher of the Year because, in all honesty, he's the most amazing teacher and person that probably this town has ever seen.
So how close together they are to each other. Consistency is a really good word right there. Repeatability is another word I'd add right there, because it comes down to your ability to do it the same way. Okay? I teach because I love the relationships I form with my students. I teach because I want to have a chance to help them find who they want to be and how they're going to achieve their future goals. I try to make sure they understand how much I care about them. If they don't know that that's why I'm here, then they're less willing to engage with me or engage with my class. On the other side of that, I raise questions with them. I'm teaching chemistry, but I connect it to, say, the Geneva Conventions. And how do you feel about this question? Or what do you think about, the Flint water crisis? I want to make it where they have to think about the ways that science and humanity connect with each other. I'm the teacher that pushes kids to try new things, to step out of their comfort zone, to make them experience different parts of the world they've never thought about before. I'm teaching them a new way of thinking about the world. I ask them to be open to consider changing their minds when they learn new things, which we know is one of the hardest thing a person can do. The best advice I ever received is that my top kids don't need me. The kids who do a good job are going to do a good job regardless of who's there with them. And so my takeaway from that is how important it is to look for the kids that are struggling and to look for those kids who might be getting missed by other teachers. And I really try to make that a point that every kid knows they belong here and to find a way for every kid to find a way to be successful. It'll start, if you help, by coming down here with me. Seeing it at eye level makes this easier. Okay, so read this line. Is it above or below the 400? Or is it on? Then what are you going to call it? So write 400, but I want you to circle it, and we're going to talk about that number tomorrow. I choose to stay in the classroom because I can see what a difference I'm making. I've thought about that before. I have a chemistry degree. There's jobs that I could go pursue. And if I left this community, there's no one to step in and fill my shoes. There's already a shortage across the state. But I've got to say that rural schools especially feel that. And so I stay here because I want to provide opportunities for these kids. I stay because when my child comes through Willcox District, I want her to have an outstanding education. The biggest joy from teaching comes from watching students find themselves. When you get to see a kid figure out that they are able to do something they didn't think they were able to do before, that's the biggest payoff right there. I have created a number of clubs for students who think they have an interest in something to find a place they can fit in at. Finding these ways to engage kids and help them develop who they want to become is what makes it worthwhile. And so I really like to think that I'm the teacher who provides a safe spot for all of my students.